What is... Alright. 3 CEUs completed.
Oh, you got a baby girl in here with you,
I do.
You recording?
Yep. And streaming. So you're being heard right now.
She's the best gamer. I love you.
Alright, so here we are with my Brawler. First time. Been excited to try out this class. See if we can figure out how the Brawler works without using a guide. And just using the bullet points provided in-game. Shall we? So we have our regular computer keyboard movement.
But surely it is nothing noteworthy, for this is the Shire, and it is rare indeed for any evil to touch this land.
I'm gonna walk up the row, but let's see what we have here. We have low strike. That generates metal. So I'm assuming metal is what we need to build up in order to make our attack stronger. Dexterous hook. An overhand smash, but I have to build up metal for that. Travel to a personal house. Which, by the way, since I have a personal house already on this particular account, it'll just send me to that personal house. You're allowed to have one personal house per server. So since I already have one on another character, it'll just send me there. So I'm going to move that over to the side here. And we have our anniversary celebration pig. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to hold off on using the pig for a little while. So let's just get that a little bit out of the way. I'm going to also look at the way my inventory is set up. Fantastic. So first things first, I need to move all of this down here so it doesn't clutter my screen when I try to open it up. And let's see if we can set it up so that everything goes in one. Oh, as much as possible. Let's see how bad that looks. Oh, not too bad. Oh, there we go. I could just kind of put all those away in that way. All I have to do is open up my default bag. So bag 1. And let's get out of setting mode. And just bag 1 opens up. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move that down here. And we're also going to rearrange it. Fabulous. Alright, I think that's about as far as the bag will open there. And that's fine. So this is what we have so far. There's a lot of things here that's generated from the fact that I've been playing this game since its incarnation. So you'll see a lot of these anniversary packages still there. So eventually when I'm able to hit the bank, then I'm going to be depositing those in my vault, as it were. But some things I can probably activate now. Let's see here. This is just cosmetic armor. The writing trait. This one, the 10-year frame, I can go ahead and put that on now. Got some cloaks here, 298. Fate and Vita. Fate and Vita, I think this one has more Vita, so maybe that one. 11 Fate, 8 Vita, 11 Fate, 8 non-combat morale, non-combat morale. So we have these 2 cloaks, so let's put that one on. And that one has a rabbit on the back. I think I like that one better. It looks a little cooler. Also have this nice little ring of agility. I'll go ahead and equip that one now. Another title that we can add. Let's see here if this is better. Oh, yeah, I guess I should have just put that one on now. That one's not too bad. And then we have a chestnut corgi, because why not? That was given from the most recent anniversary. So that's nice to have. It's a cute little thing. Let's see here. And the rest are just gift boxes and whatnot. I'll open those later. These are here for the collection boxes. Again, you know, they were providing them as part of the anniversary celebration. And let's rearrange them so they stay on the bottom. All right, let's get rid of that inventory. So now, according to our quest tracker, we're currently in an instance. So this is our preliminary or entry quest. So you can pretty much learn the basics of the game. So we're going to move forward by pressing W. So the camera movement, it tells you here if you have, you can use your actual mouse to move. Left, right button. This would be left, right. And we're going to keep walking up to Bounder Buffin. Quest and quest rings tells you to right click anyone with a ring icon to receive or advance a quest. Blue ones that you're still on that quest. When it starts to glow this yellow, it means that you're pretty much, you know, you can complete it. So we're going to go on here. So he has a quest for me. And this is kind of giving you a little precursor. He's probably going to tell you to get some items out of a bag or a box, and it tells you how to loot it. Okay? Yeah, see where it's right here?
Ho there! What's your business on the road?
So now I gotta grab a weapon. Here's a satchel I dropped when you startled me. So we're right clicking.
Inside is a spare weapon. You should loot it for yourself, then equip it to use it.
So we're gonna loot it. It is now in our inventory. Right there. So we're just going to place it on. So as you can see, I actually already had that on, but that's okay. We're gonna equip. And it's already on. And if you wanted to double check here, thank you, inventory and items. Where are we at here? Okay, and there we are. Riddle Battle Gauntlets. Surprising they only put it in once. It should be twice, but that's okay. We'll take it. And we'll get out of here.
Be sure to equip your weapon before we have at it. We ought to test your skill in battle.
Fantastic. So now we're going to be fighting him so that we can learn how to use this weapon, as it were. Which, being that this is a brawler, they're gauntlets. They're, you know, you're using fisticuffs, as it were. So we're going to go ahead and continue.
Try coming at me.
So we're going to be, they're talking about the combat here. And here we go. So we're going to hit 1, 2. And then, of course, now we have metal.
Oh my! Did you hear something? There, down the road. Who could that be?
And now we're going to follow. Just like it says here. If you follow the books, or at the very least, if you've seen the movies, you should recognize these three characters here that we are interacting with. And so now we've generated dread, or the instance generated dread for us, which means it automatically takes some of our life force, as it were.
Did you see that?
And it looks like we have spiders to contend with. How I detest spiders. Who doesn't? And of course, I have to clear the path, right? That's okay. Get you to learn your skill set here. And then just kind of tells you about your experience in leveling up. Yeah, that's a pretty cool effect. And now that we've done that, we get to talk to Bounder Boffin again. So he was left up here. Now we get to follow him again. And here we go. And with all the spider webs, more than likely we're going to be dealing with more spiders. Let's do one more. And 3. And we get to follow him again. And backtrack to go forward. And we have some drama, as it were. It's cutscenes, really. Or more of the storyline being unfolded. Which, being that this is my first time as the Brawler, it'd be nice to see with the drama that ensues. Here we are. And they have sass with the drama. Alrighty, so it looks like and as you can see, right now I can't do any actions. And it looks like I will be the one next, since I don't have any actions. Yeah. So this is definitely different than any of the other entry quests. and try to get out the cell. And here we got Strider saving me. Nice. And so we're going to follow Strider. So this now is a little bit similar to another quest line, is more of the humans quest line when they start, which is pretty much in our chat. It's nice that it's, you're coming in with a different perspective. And now we finish the incidents. So here's the thing.
Wounded by a black rider, the ranger Umdir escaped with his charges into the wild, making his way back to the village of Archet.
To let run through.
There, Captain Brackenbrook, a retired sellsword, has allowed Strider and his companions to stay and take respite from their cares.
We're still in our intro level quests, even though now we're actually in the area we're starting in. It tells you that you can choose one of these as your reward once you obtained your objective, which is your quest. So the quest guiding system, they're talking about how the map here will provide that little arrow most times. It's something that's more of a generalized area, or it wants you to discover it. You won't have that arrow there. So, Amdir's right there. Let's see here. The shirt is, let's see, threadbare cloth, light armor, medium armor, but he can use heavy armor, so why not put him on the heavy armor? I'm going to take that and put that on now. Beautiful. And then, of course, it tells you how you can manage inventory. We already did that. We went into that edit mode and put everything in one bag just to make things a little easier, rather than having multiple bags that you're having to manage. And Captain Brackenbrook in Archet. Very good. So then he is right over here. Follow again right here on our map, so you'll see these three here. So we'll talk to Kate Henseed.
What is this world coming to?
There's another one that's going to be down there. I do believe I have to go around, so that's what we're going to do. Yep. Peg pruner. Intro.
What can I do for you?
And she's also a provisioner, so she does also have a shop where you can buy these items here. This is for a fear effect, wound effect, disease, poison, and simple rations. You can also sell items here. So, for example, since I already had that, which surprisingly enough, I already had that in my inventory. This one I definitely don't need because the cloak I have right now is a heck of a lot better. So we'll get rid of that. We'll also get rid of this worn fighting shirt. And we'll get out there. And then finish up with finding that last person just down here. Now another thing you can do if you don't want to actually see the cloaks that right now, I kind of like to see how my character looks, so I would just take it off of being able to be seen. So eyes open, you can see it. Eyes closed, you can't see. You still get the benefit of the item, it's just that you don't visually see them. It's definitely more for aesthetics. One more person to talk to here. And of course they don't believe you, so of course you have to go out there and deal with it yourself.
Alas for peaceful folk everywhere.
So,
It is an enormous task
light,
that evil
medium.
with evil
We're going with the
commit evil deeds.
that one there. And of course now I've leveled up to level 2. Yay! And now we get to talk to the Brawler Trainer in our chat. We're going to accept that, of course. And it means he's right about here somewhere. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Looks like he's down there. Yep. Brawler Trainer.
Like to take a moment of your time.
Overhand Smash skill. So this here. So we have to build up the metal in order to do that. So. There's one. Two. Gotta build up that metal. And 3.
Greetings.
And obviously this is better than the one we already have, so we're gonna equip that. And now it's equipped. I'm a fan of double clicking, so I just double click instead. So now we're going to go back to Strider to complete this particular quest. And we finish.
Dear my poor old friend, a shadow has crept over him.
Complete a quest for Calder Cobb and gather King's Foil leaves. So here's what they were talking about, having that arrow there. So I can follow that out. It'll actually bring me outside of this town of Archat. So it even tells you here if you have your combat tab, if you like numbers, if you like number crunching, this is a great tab to pay attention to. And of course now I go back to the regular chat. Lots of shade. That's okay. I'm going to go defeat some wolves here. And being that he's a brawler, or she's a brawler, I'm sorry. So we have pending loot here. You can just loot it. Another thing you can do, you can go into your options. I can remember how to do that here. Options to allow for always looting all. La, 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 la. I can remember, where did I find it? It tells me to always loot all. Where is it? Always loot all. Under your UI settings. Boom. So then the only time that will pop up is if you max the capacity of your current carrying bags. And then it'll put it in the inventory overflow. It stays there for, well, I'll have to fill it up because now I can't remember off the top of my head how long it stays there. But a pretty good while, so it gives you a chance to maybe get to a bank to sell stuff or turn things in for quests, what have you. I tend to hoard a lot of items, you know, 'cause a lot of things can be craftable, a lot of things can be turned in for tasks later on, and then of course, you know, always good for a quick money gathering. Money is actually pretty easy to make in this game. Whoop-a. There we go. And now we've got some king's foil. Loading the quest log, and of course it'll keep tally of it right over here. Some of these quest items that glow like that, the game has a weird way of allowing multiple players to interact with it. Some items are only allowing one, and then you have to wait for it to respond. That can get really annoying, you know. So, but you have to just be very patient for them to respawn. And there's my last king's foil plant. Fantastic. And gotta get on top of Bron. This is Bronwy's folly, by the way. It's this ruined the structure. And now I have access to the LOTRO store as a level 3. I just want to get up here, and there's a strange banner. So we're going to click on the banner, interact with it, and have to now defeat the Wolfmaster. This one thing about this game, under level 50, it really does make you feel pretty heroic. Things, you know, are easily defeatable if you're smart about your character choices. Alrighty, so we're going to make our way back to Calder Cobb and gain his favor. Bye-bye. Another thing to know is all these little intro areas. If you start in a different intro area, but you know of a different intro area, they do have landmarks that go towards deeds, like discovery and travel deeds. So well worth exploring. And it's just nice to see, you know, how the different lands are set up. So obviously this is where humans would start. So it's kind of cool. The reason why I believe the Brawler started here is because the quest actually started, the intro quest started with Strider. And it was at the time that Frodo and Peregrine Took and Samwise Gamgee were fleeing the Shire and trying to get to Bree. So that's probably why we're starting here. So now we're going to return to Strider. And as of yet, still have the 3 skills. No new skills yet. And that's okay. Because, you know, we've been able to handle pretty much anything within the first 3 levels here without too much problem. Or any problem at all, actually. And so, you get a choice of reward. This improves your morale. That's your green bar, or it's your life bar. This is your power. That's your blue bar here. I think we're gonna go with that actually allows you both. And it's consumable because obviously once you use it, you know it's consumed. It's no longer in your inventory. Some of them also have cooldowns. And now we're going to question out of the brigand about his ties. Black Bolts. We're going to have to go to the jail. Which is back here. Maybe the best way to get there is either way. And there he is in the stocks. And now we get to go talk to Count Brackenbrook again. Light, medium, heavy. Let's go ahead and put that on. There we go. Cal Sprigley to assess the black hole threat. And he's to the south of here, accept. And there's a couple other people with quests as well, so might as well. Bilberry teas and boar meat. Right now I'm just kind of using the roller on my mouse to kind of change the magnification. So you can go from where we're at right now, which is third person, to first person. If you look at here, anything in red is a mob that you could engage in. It's pretty much your level. So we have a piglet. So I'm going to go ahead and unalive it for the meat. There's another one there since we're on our way. Unalive it. And there's a spy over here. I'm not going to mess with the spy right now. Oh. So it didn't give us a choice. Okay, another piglet here. Alright, now we got a new skill. What is this new skill? A Sinister Cross generates metal, costs 4 power, okay? But it adds 1 to metal. The most recent setup, the next metal spender will tear up. If no innate buffs, it has no effect. If the Sinister has the most recent setup attack, the next metal spender will tear up. Okay, so sounds like I should do this one first. That one makes it more vulnerable. Okay. Let's see how that works. Kind of feel like I should do this one first. So we need 1 more boar meat. Okay. And we're going to continue to follow our quest tracker here. Tells us to go further south. Count Spragley's. And of course, since my cloak is already better, I'm not going to switch it out, but we'll finish it. Can always sell it. Alright, wants us to go to Combe, so we're going to accept that. And of course, he wants us to do some searching for these 3 people. Being that they were attacked by black wolves, I don't believe they're going to be alive, so we might be looking for bodies. I tend to like to go ahead and unalive things on the way because most times they have items that you can craft, like furs and whatnot, and it's just great for just that easy experience. I mean, you're headed this way anyway. So, one is in this direction. It says, yep. A little bit of rubber banding there. Does tend to happen. And yes, lifeless body. Poor guy. So we're going to keep heading in this direction here. Following, yep. So last time I played in our chat for an intro quest, these farmhands were not this close. So it's always nice to revisit these areas on new characters It's nice to see how the dev team has rearranged things. So it's like playing it again for the first time. And of course, there are bilberry bushes here for making Celandine's bilberry tea. We might as well pick those up as well. You just have to be on the lookout for any of the spies. Across the water. Pick that one up and it should allow, yep, for triggering of that other quest. Oh, hello. On the water, on the water. I mean, we could start messing with those, but there we go. Nice to know we're strong enough to handle them. Good amount of mobs in the area here because we were right by these ruins here, which is their headquarters. All right. Yes, they've all been murdered by the Black Wolves. Fastest quest, our closest quest giver here. I really do like the animations for the Brawler. They're kind of cool. Alright, none of these I'll be using since she uses a gauntlet. So what I tend to do is just find the one that's going to sell for the most. So 108, 18, 73, 12, 240. I think we have a winner here. There we go. Just something that we're going to go ahead and sell later on. Alright, so we're going to head on over to Calm to finish that intro quest line. And really try to stay alive or not be defeated as much as possible for this reason here. So if you can make it to level 25, I believe, without being defeated in battle, each 5, I believe, levels, you get a pretty neat title. So this one here is the first of its grouping. It's called the Wary. And how that works is that you can open this. I double click, like I said, will open up your titles, or you can choose your active titles. So again, I've been playing the game since the very beginning, since it first went live. So I have quite a few titles already by default. Has a heritage one, quest one, Rohan, things of that nature. But this one here is the most recent one that I just picked up. You can reach fifth level without being defeated in battle. Which for me, it's more of a pride thing. So I really like to get all of the undefeated in battle titles. And I think we'll just kind of make that one the active one for now. Awesome. Okay. Onward. I guess the Brawler is, if I had to compare it to, you know, traditional, like, Dungeons and Dragons type characters, that would be similar to like a barbarian. You have to kind of build up that metal and gain more bonuses as you build it up. Okay. Can't get through comb. So now I gotta tell these people that, yeah, no help is coming from comb. Alright, so now we can bring it back to Brackenwood. So he'll actually believe Strider. Back to our chat this way. Sometimes you can just kind of easily get turned around here. Romney's Folly. Don't fall down the ravine. You can get injured. You can also get injured to the point where you are essentially defeated. Done that on many occasions. You know, if you're just kind of going straight, not paying attention. Especially later on when you hit an area like Moria. My favorite undefeated, or I should say defeated, instance was jumping off of Weathertop. And here we go. It is a pretty expansive world. It doesn't seem like it at times, if you know, if you've been staying in an area for a lot of quests, and there are a lot of quests in this game. A lot of things to do in this game. You know, you can play it traditionally, you know, do your grind and level up and, you know, get all the gear and go to the raids and instances. Or you can do the quest lines, or you can do a mixture of both, or you can do crafting. You know, your normal time sucks, as it were. Speaking of, yeah, she has a new one for me, so. Ender brings the tea. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and finish his real quick and then go to Brackenbrook. Okay. And she gives you an old ring, so let's equip those items here. So we have, oh, we may not, well, we already have one ring. Vita or Might. I think we're going to go with Might. Alrighty. So now it's going to say you have 2 rings equipped. Obviously, I already have one that has Vita in it. I don't need just the one Vita. Might, though, is one of those traits in the game that as a brawler I'm assuming is important. And to know that, to know what is the most important stat, you open up your character description tab and just hover over. So in my case as a brawler, might is very important, so I really want to put as many of these trait points into might. Agility just increases your parry rating and evade rating. Vita is also important, but it's not very important, so might is going to be the one I'll be capitalizing on. Vita would be the second. Will is for tactical mastery, and Fate is critical rating, finesse, resistance rating, whole bunch of good stuff there. But essentially, it's not a cornerstone of this particular class. So when you're looking for items or things that'll increase particular stats for a brawler, you're mainly going to be looking for might and Vita. That's just my input anyway. Alrighty, so now we bring Spriggly's letter to Brackenbrook. And we've got light, medium, and hello. There we go. Heavy. Got some pants on. I'm going to put the pants on. There we go. You should ask Strider what to do, of course. Didn't trust the ranger, but now they want the ranger's help. So we're going to go find the exiled hunter who's out in his own little hut. No, I turned around here, sorry. I guess that's one of the drawbacks when you're using the map quest as far as finding your next area for your quest, because it doesn't take into account, you know, the configuration of the town. So you may have to backtrack just like I did here, just be able to leave the town. There we go. Always killing on the way. Oh, okay, so we have a nice little hill ridge here, so we walk around that. And you'll see it in the distance, so that's Bronwy's Folly over here. We're going to go in that direction. It's nice that there's an actual path there. And something new, so we'll go ahead and unalive that. That's a nice little setup here with the bridge over the water. See nice little reflections here. And I mean, you can make the argument that the graphics are old and dated, and you'd be right. You know, this game's been around for more than 15 years. But the content is still valid. In fact, they are continuing to create expansions for the game. So we have, let me go inside here. Into the hunting lodge. And he's in the back.
I presume you're here to bring me ill news from town.
And heavy. That's what we want. I'm going to open that. Defeat brigands to thin their ranks and gather information. Of course we're going to take that. Right. And I guess make it easier so we don't have to swim. We'll just go across the bridge. And basically go back into that area where most of the black wolves were when we found those bodies. Okay, and now we have we can open our traits panel. Fantastic. So we're going to do that right now. Oh, and outfits. In the cosmetic system. Okay, but we're going to open up the trade system now. So here's what we have to decide which line we're going into. There's the blue line, the red line, and the yellow line. So like within your class itself, you can specialize into one of these three lines. So this is the durable tank, gives you powerful strikes, brash challenges, so you can divert the attention if you're in a group that really comes in handy, so you can get the attention off the squishies. So this is nice. Come at me. Yeah, it's a taunt, forced attack, and iron will. So that's nice. And it also gives you a physical mitigation and base maximum morale increase. Maelstrom is just a dynamic striker, great at single, capable of engaging small groups, but truly shiny at single combat. So we have Pummel, Flurry of Blows, and Shattering Fist. This one allows for an increase in might, which I like that, and then of the melee. And then we have the fundamental useful traits, whether Fulcrum or Maelstrom. So as a brawler, you can only have two, so good to know. Normally a lot of the other classes allow you 3 different lines to choose from, but I guess with brawlers you have one or the other. No yellow line, but they will have things for you to purchase, but it'll cost you twice as many points because it's not going to be in the trait line that you originally chose. So the good thing is here is you can try out both. You can have your primary be one line and your secondary be the other line, and depending on your situation you can switch between the two by opening up your trait tree and then coming up with a different quick slot bar for each one. Okay, so right now I'm kind of running solo, so I'm going to go with Maelstrom. That's my spec one. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go into spec 2. That's what we want. Okay. So right now I don't have any points available yet, and that's fine. As we go along, I'll be gaining more points to put into these items here, and they will gain me more skills. Another thing you find on this tab here are your race traits. These are very specific to Hobbit, and they'll open up eventually after you finish up certain quest lines or hunting or kill tasks, and of course your virtue traits. So here I'm going to go ahead and kind of look at things that increase my might or vita, particularly might. So as you can see here, each of these have different bonuses that'll help with your morale, resistance, healing, armor value in that case. But I am looking for might. Fate, loyalty, Mercy, patience, tolerance. There's my might. And so that turned green, so I am earning. If there's anything that allows me points toward virtue, it'll automatically dump into zeal. Okay, and there's that. So let's get back here. Might as well just gonna swim across the water here. While I'm swimming across the water, look at these new, this is nice, hurl object. So really good for gaining attention. This is the Overhand Smash, which is a finishing move, okay. Shattering Fists decreases the armor, the value, so that's nice if you have an enemy that's pretty well armored. And then Pummel, a flurry of blows. Nice. All right, fabulous. I'm gonna move that one out of the way a little bit and see how that works out in the chain. All right. So now let's find some brigands. There they are. All right. So we just need 4. Cool. Another thing is that the more you use these particular skills, the more trait points you get. I'll open that up a bit here once you start up the skill. Let's see here. 2 more. And alright, 3. Alright. So I have to go actually inside to gather information. So that's going to be a little bit more challenging because there's going to be more of them in a concentrated area. Very user-friendly. Those are the plans right there. And, you know, like a boss, I'm just gonna walk right back out. I probably could have stayed there and defeated more, unalived more mobs there, but we'll just finish off this quest line here. And head back. Of course, you know, unaliving anything else that's in our way mob-wise, just because we just don't waste time. I think we're gonna have to just swim across, which is fine. Water effects are nice. You have the reflection. Of course, a lot of the graphic settings could, you know, also, you know, depending on how strong of a computer you have, you can adjust them. Quest item. Oh, great. I didn't even Ah, oh, okay. Show the queen to... Right. And then, of course, we're going to do that again. Because... And normally, if there were other people in the area, I wouldn't even mess with that one anymore. To allow for someone else to finish that quest. Or to initiate that quest. It was one of those quests that, you know, was only triggered because of the fact that I defeated it. One thing about being a hobbit, you know, you get lost in the brush. That's okay. We're gonna go around. Let's see where we at. Yep. There we go. This is gonna be a little hairy here since we have two in the area. Oh, didn't trigger the other one. It's alright. Okay. Nice. An unexpected quest. Alright. Light, medium, heavy. That's okay, so Spider-Bane. Guess what we're defeating. So let's put this on. Excellent. I mean, she's level 6. She should really not have too much of a problem here. What do you have to say? And the Ponders are to get some rest. Okay. Yeah, so this one's gonna tell, it's gonna give you this lovely little dream. A little dream sequence here. It's one of the many cutscenes that, well worth, you know, watching for the first time. If you get this quest line on an alternate character, you know, later on if you want to have more characters, and this pops up, you can escape out of it. But it's been a while since I've done an intro quest, so I don't mind watching it, to be quite honest. Don't forget to hydrate. Remember, this is a dream. I'm just watching the cutscene. This would be Moria. Roll, huh? Oh no. So somehow my OBS stopped recording. I believe I'm still continuing to stream, but yeah, that's interesting. Now, as you can tell from my channel, this is the very first stream and video that I'm putting together, so just trying to still get the bugs out of it. And we woke up. All right. So we're going to go see Abby. Spider Bane, Spider Bane. Here we go.
I am at your service.
Defeat the spiders and see if the wall is still intact. Because, you know, spiders. And you're in the way. Bunch of marsh flies. And here we go, some spiders. Two. Three. There's four. And I have to see if the wall is intact. And level. Yeah, it definitely plays like a barbarian. You have to kind of build up that metal. And we have a dead black world spy. And so the wall is still intact. And not unalive on the way back. say I do like the Brawler class. Just starting off on it. I did purchase it from the LOTRO store using my points. Been accumulating quite a bit of points and was hoping and, you know, normally try to save my points so that I can purchase the expansions using the points. It took a little while for the Brawler to be released for purchase through LOTRO points. But patience pays off. I mean, it does quite well in close combat. You'd have to see and compare, you know, if I number crunched, the difference between it and champion. So let's see, got some dies here. Nice. Let's see. What was a Brawler? Oh. I'm gonna grab some violet dies. And then, of course, this is close to the end of this particular intro quest line, because then it'll allow me to get past this area here. Also will give me a milestone skill, so I can bind myself to a particular town and increase my reputation with a meta of 3. So reputation also provides you some benefits. In each faction you'll be able to gain some reputation with them, and then it'll unlock, you know, certain areas and other specialty items in the game. So you've just received the final quest in this intro quest line. If you have any other quests, you should complete them, as they will no longer be available after the introduction is complete. It's true. Alright. Yep, pretty much ready to go. I have nothing else in my quest. And if you ever wondered, because after a while you're going to end up accumulating a whole bunch of quests, and your quest tracker here will only save 5, or may have 5 that are at a time. But otherwise, you just click on this little ring here. It'll tell you what your quests are. Right now, I only have 1 active. You can hold up to 45 quests and 5 daily tasks. At least I can at this time at level 7. And later on, you'll be able to increase those slots. Quite honestly, just try to finish your quests as close to level as possible. Like I said, there are lots and lots and lots of quests in this game, and a lot of areas they overlap with levels, so you could really, you know, finish a whole bunch of quests in a particular area, and then it's, I would like to call them like their sister area, which has the same level type quest, but it's just in a different area, whether that's, you know, in a dwarf area or the elven area, hobbit area, or human area. That'll make more sense later on down the line, or if you have alts, because each race starts in a different area. Dwarves and elves start in Erdwin. Hobbits, for the most part, start in the Shire. And then, of course, the humans start here in Archet. So it was very, little bit confusing for me at the beginning here, because I did start with her here in Archet. I expected her to start in the Shire, but maybe after here, I'll be sent to the Shire. We'll see. Here we go. So, another thing that this quest tab does, it kind of gives you the information on that quest. So, well worth, you know, checking into. It gives you the history, and if you need to find a fellowship. This is what's called, when you have to team up with another group, or requires a group to complete that particular quest. You can find a fellowship. You can click that tab right there. It'll also show you completed quests, but that takes a little while to generate. But it's worth it if you are not sure if you've done that quest line. Another thing that this is good for is if you are in a group, you can see if everyone in your group has the same quest. If they don't, you can try and share the quest with them, and that way if they're already in the fellowship community, they get to complete it as well. Alright, we're going to go ahead and finish up here. I'm going to travel. Right alongside. Okay, let's do this.
We must save it.
That was the guy that was in stocks. So we are currently cowering and rooted, so we cannot interact at this time. You can kind of watch, from here, because what they're doing is they're wanting to pick up Amdir, because he was wounded with one of their Nazgul type of weaponry, so pretty much going to turn into a Nazgul. And that's it. And travel now.
With the Blackwall's grip on Archet broken, the hobbits hurry home to the Shire, eager to return to their simple, peaceful lives.
But not all is as peaceful as it seems. Troubles stir at the bounds, and a shadow of fear is left in the wake of the Nazgul.
Wondering why the rest of the audio hasn't come up on. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out the bugs and how to stream, and there we go. So, as I was saying, I guess it's after you finish your intro quests, being that she's a hobbit, she's now going to start her journey here in the Shire. So we're in Little Delving in the Shire. This will finish up that particular intro quest line, and we'll get these bonuses here. Boom. And now I can receive mail. Now, normally in order for you to get mail, you have to find the nearest mailbox. So each town has a mailbox for you to click on. However, if you are a VIP, you are able to access the mailbox through the social tab here, mailbox. And so as you can see, there is not a mailbox near me, but again, because I'm VIP, I just click that mailbox and I can access it anywhere. So there's that. So there's my mail. I'm gonna, like I said, I like to double click. It's a letter of commendation. So you want to detach this item here. It's a gift pack. Detach. Automatically deletes it. And then gain reputation. So we're going to bring Windows letter to Mayor Will Whitfoot, who's going to be in Mickle Delving. Accept. So you'll see this icon here. You can spend mithril points to travel automatically if that is there, but I've always just find it easier, and especially in the beginning areas, just to be able to run there or eventually ride there. There are certain areas where you just pretty much need a horse to get to, or if you're on a time crunch, and have the points, use the mithril points. No point in having to go back and forth. Another tip is if you are always going to go back to the same area, for example, like in particular festivals, knowing you have to go back to the quest giver at like the party tree or the Bree horse fields or what have you, it's worth it to go ahead and bind to that particular town so you can always go back there. Okay, so looks like there's a couple different quests that can be had here. So that's what we're going to do, is pick them up from the Shire to Breetown. So that's later on down the line. Join the Bounders. So you can talk to Boda Buns. And in order to get this, I believe you have to complete so many quests in the Shire. So yeah. A lot of quests here, a lot of quests. Talk to Emerald Borings. And then you've got, this is the Postman Quest. Yeah, bundle from Michelle Delving. So this is a pretty neat set of quests here where the postman will give you a satchel, but you have to avoid nosy hobbits on the way to delivering the satchel. And the nosy hobbits, they'll come up as icons on your map so you can avoid them. Okay. I think that's it in this area. And of course, you can bind here, so you use milestone to bind. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the Smithsonian Trader. Interesting that now you can actually purchase the writing characters with mithril points here. But these are some items that you can get with mithril coins. Start your tomes of agility and things like that. Outrider token. Might be well worth picking up. Extraordinary experience tome. It's only good for like an hour. And you'll get that on occasion. Steed of Night, Fleet-footed Goat. Pretty neat. So the bundle's gonna go to Mickle Delving, and that's where we're headed next. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the satchel off the table. Alright. And so we just have to avoid the nosy hobbits on the way. Nosy hobbits on the way. Beautiful, beautiful area. So as you can see down here, this is your timer essentially. Timer bar, you know, how long you're able to carry the satchel, or how much time it allows you to for this delivery quest. So I'm just going to be on the lookout for nosy hobbits on the way here. And there's Mickle Delving. Just have to be sure I miss any nosy hobbits. There we go. Got the first bundle done. Deed bestowed. And so first off, you know, Life of a Bounder, first quest done. So you have to finish 15 before you can advance to the next set in the Life of Bounder. And this is the quick post. This is the mail delivery. So as you can see, there's 13 of them, all in the Shire. Okay. And so we're not going to click on him right now. We're going to go ahead and finish off the rest of these quests that we were just given. We want to talk to the mayor. I'm going to eventually talk to Lobelia Sackville Baggins. She will be in Bagan. Okay. Bella Hyde wants me to talk to Griffith Boffin. Sure. Sure. Boat of Bounce. Finish that. Get my cap. It's a cool looking cap, but doesn't really, you know, necessarily give me better armor. It does give me 3 might though, so it makes you a little stronger. So, you know, your mileage may vary. If you want to go for looks, great. If you're more for, you know, increasing that might, or if it's armor, you know, I kind of like armor, so I'm gonna stay with armor. Okay. So it tells me it's got those 2 here. And roll a new book. And you gotta find these 2 hobbits because they've been playing. So, and they're in the area here. Again, another milestone here. If you wanted to bind here. Oil pipes, you get a quest for him later on, but it looks like they might be up here. I'm gonna go back up here. Hello.
Is it something I can do for you?
No, thank you.
Stay and have some tea.
nosy hobbit. Oh, the bird and baby. Since they have a quest in here.
Can I take a moment of your time?
Go delving. Okay. Another thing you'll find here, if you gain reputation high enough with the in league, this area will open up for you, and you can buy specific items from the in league. Okay. So I think at this point we'll go ahead and pick up the next item. Okay. All right, so we are going to go to Waymeet. So we're going to make this as our quest guide focus. As you can see, there's a nosy hobbit on its way. So we're going to avoid that hobbit, go around. Waymeet. We have to go in that direction. While avoiding the nosy hobbit. So as you can see, it won't let me click on any other quests while I'm on this quest. We'll just have to come back to it later. And of course, you know, avoid any mobs since you are holding an item. Mobs are color coded. Obviously, the lighter blue or green, low level. Well, I should really start with, if it's gray, it technically doesn't even condu at all. Then it goes light green, light blue, blue, white, yellow, red, and purple. So depending on how well you know your character's ability to handle combat, that's one way to know how to figure if you can handle that particular mob. Obviously with this brawler here, I'm pretty confident I can probably even take you know, white or yellow. I would have to experiment with the red, but because I want to get that undefeated badges, you know, the set of undefeated badges, I probably won't even experiment with reds and purples until a little bit further down the line. Okay, so we have some quests here. We have Brown Door, Brown Lock. She wants me to collect some chickens. He's at Needlehole, north of Nickel Delving. Dora's chickens are up here, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this. One thing about like these Shire quests, they really are all over the place, but they're pretty fun, you know, in comparison to some of the other areas. They're not as tedious. At least I don't find them as tedious. So So here's that deed talking about how you're going to build up your skills. So that's the deed in order to build up your low strike. So you have to be able to do that 100 times. And then you will get 5 LOTRO points awarded to you. You can use those LOTRO points in the LOTRO store to purchase items. Now, you'll see items like this throughout the different areas. Just an ingredient. If you have the space, just pick it up. Alrighty, let's find these pigs. Oh, sorry, chickens. Chickens. I thought about pigs instead of chickens. And now we have another new deed. Farms of the Shire. So there are 6 farms in the Shire. You just have to find them all and you get points and marks. Again, these can be traded for items. These in particular at the skirmish camps. In all of the major cities and some of the other ones along the way. Chicken. Come on, chicken. And chicken. And chicken. Something you just have to be just a little patient for them to, each one to spawn. And of course. And now I have a deed, Wolf Slayer. So these are the slaying quests. So for Wolf Slayer, defeat wolves within the Shire, and 30 of them. And added to that, you get LOTRO points, a title, as well as increased reputation with the Mathom Society. So yeah. Again, a lot of things you can do in this game. A lot of quests. It can even get overwhelming with the amount of quests that there are. I'm not going to mess with this shoe because it runs away. Definitely liking this brawler. Definitely liking it. Be interesting to see how to chain some of the attacks later on. Find the best combination. And there we go. Completed a deed. Alright, which deed have we completed? New mail, first request for assistance, and collections, okay. And hobbies, and first trait point, and mounts, and map. Okay. Bingo, we saw where bingo was. Close that out. What deed was completed? Most curious hobbit. Alright. Yep. Now we have to defeat the wolves at the den. But I think this is kind of where we'll stop right now. It's a good place to stop, I think. Thanks for joining me, and we will continue from here. Next time. Oh, didn't anyone notice? We've got a new skill here. Regenerate metal and gain a damage buff. Nice. Should probably always start with that one, and of course my return home skill. we're gonna go ahead and oh, okay. Oh, I need to enable my other quick bar here. Let's see here. Well, let's make my connection status down here. My end travel down here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Go into my options, UI. Let's see here. My quick slots. Alright, let me find my skills that I lost here. It's like, what happened there? There we go. And my return home. There you go. That way it's off my one quick bar here. My quick slots, that is. So yeah, not bad. Level 8 at the beginning. Let's see all the things that I have here. I have Founder's Cap and my gift pack. So let's open up that gift pack. Whistle. The crafting. Starting adventurer pack. So this I do believe goes up to 30 or 35. So each time you level up, it allows you more and more of these little bonuses here. And so this one I have to wait until I'm level 9. So that's kind of neat. You know, got some navy dies, letter of commendation. So this whole wood. We're just adding that onto our quest tracker. Some food. Max morale increase or bonus, max power, attack damage. Nickel delving, crafting area. So yeah, I can use my writing one now. So now with all these mounts that I can start to use, and you access your mounts through your skill bar and mounts. So I already have these already by default. We'll add the nice Deed of Starlight, and I do believe that's because 15-year VIP. And Eldar. And I think that's the only one other than what's already, oh, there's one, of the estimate. So we're going to go ahead and put a mount so that I can access that. I'll close that up. Onto my quick bar here. And what you want to look for is the speed. These are not combat horses. So if you ride them in an area where you're going to get mobbed, you're going to get thrown off the horse. They don't have much as far as morale is concerned, you know, their lifeline. So in that case, I would, you know, go for speed. This one has a higher morale, so that's pretty, you know, decent. But just know that they're not meant for combat. 25, 62, and 32, so that's even slower. So we're gonna go with the Starlight one. We're gonna default that one here. So I'm gonna move things around a little bit. And you can take a look at how cool my Starlight one looks. Cool. Right. So I guess what I could do is just head right back to Nickel Delving. I'm going to finish that one quest and then have to head back. So, yeah, I thought I was going to log off, but you know, level 10 is not too far away. And I gotta head back there anyway, so I may as well complete this quest here. Yep. So entering a building automatically takes you off yours.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Building written.
Please leave me to my sorrow. Might I trouble you for some help?
So we will eventually head back here. For now, it's probably better if we just head back to Nickel Delving and log off there.
Might I have a word with you?
Mailbox quest. Who's here? There we go. Celia took.
Hi there. Give me a moment.
And again, I'm just kind of gathering quests here. And finish. Sounding writ.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Yeah, we're gonna do that later.
Might I take a moment of your time? Might I speak with you a moment?
We meet Hobbiton, Morton, Bywater. I think what we'll do, we'll just kind of head back to Little Delving and just walk or ride all the way back to Mickle Delving and log off there. the main area for the Shire.
Is there something I can do for you?
Nice. So they want us to do is look at your wallets. So you can access your wallet through here. You can also access it, believe it or not, through the map. That's your wallet right here. It tells you like how much coinage you have, any mithril coins you may have, cakes of cram. Now, a lot of these are also based on your total on this server for all of your characters, and that's why you see this ridiculous amount here when my character just started. Okay. Yeah, I got to spend some scripts. Figments of Splendor, most of enchantment. I'm bad about keeping too many of those, and tokens of salutations. You also have these things called perks. So, and you gain these destiny points based on how long you've been playing the game, and you can spend that on all these different types of perks, like an accelerated experience for a certain amount of time, burst of swiftness, recovery, hope, morale, power, marks, armor, determination. And you just have to understand a lot of these are temporary. You do end up using them. Okay, so there's that. All right. So in a way, it was good we had to come back here anyway. Alright, but now that we know, since we're on a horse, it'll be a lot faster to get to Mickle Delving. And here we are. And I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bind here. There's the milestone. Alright, we're just going to bind. There we go. So now that changed my milestone icon to the Mickle Delving one, which is right here. Awesome. So here we have a couple different other NPCs. This is your banker right here, or your vault keeper, escrow broker. You know, if you have a house, clerk of kinships. If you wanted to start a kinship, I thought there was a title. Yeah, notary here is for a surname, and also you can create relationships in game. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first video iteration. Hopefully I'll be able to fine-tune how I do these streams a little bit better. I'll also be splicing some of this together so that into shorter, less lengthy videos on my channel. So thank you for joining me. Have a great day.